Today we're going to be looking at 3 different levels of Steve Lacy's Bad Habit. The chords that I hear in this song is really just a bunch of guitars layered on top of each other. And I think Steve Lacy always writes songs like that. But we're going to challenge ourselves in order to do all the guitar parts at once. Level number 1 goes from my beginners to intermediate players. If you're an absolute beginner, you should know how to play these chords. These are the most guitar chords that you'll ever guitar. They are called power chords. It consists of you playing 1 fret, you go over 2 frets and down a string, and that's all you really need, just those 2 notes. That is the 1 and the 5 of a scale. So if we were in this key, this is the key of D flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 1 and the 5. But the actual fret numbers I'm playing is the 4th fret and 6th fret. If you want to make it sound a little bit more powerful, you could add the octave of the scale on top of that. So 1, 5, 1. And if you play it together, that's like really rockish, really powerful. It is the guitar chord. So level 1 consists of power chords on the 4th fret of A, 4th fret of E, 6th fret of E, and the 3rd fret of A. And it sounds like something like this. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew you wanted me. That's easy-ish. If you're a beginner, you might have a couple challenges with that. The biggest challenge that I'm assuming that you're probably gonna have, switching strings. So practice switching strings. Take that shape. If you can only do 2 notes, do those 2 notes. And try to get it so that you can switch strings fast. Because the faster you can switch strings, the easier that you'll be able to switch strings when you actually play the song. So you wouldn't be playing it like this. That's a giant pause in the middle of you playing. It's kind of like people who have to think about what they're saying in the middle of sentences. You don't want to do that in music. Music has a certain rhythm to it, a certain feel to it. So allow that rhythm and that feel to happen by you playing smoother. So practice switching those strings. Power chord to the 4th fret of A, power chord to the 4th fret of E. And then it'll get even more challenging when you have to switch strings and frets. So the 6th fret of E to the 3rd fret of A. That is alone a challenge itself. So do that over and over again too, as fast as you can do it. And then when you get it down, play the song to a metronome. That way you have that consistent groove. Sorry. I wish I knew. No pauses. I wish I knew you wanted me. Level 1. Hope you got it. Here's level 2. I don't expect you to know this if you're an intermediate player, but these are the fancy chords. The first chord we're going to look at is a D flat major 9. And most times when people are learning these chords, they always learn it in their E shapes and A shapes. But that is not where I hear it in the song. The 9 is the highest note. It sounds like the 8th fret of the E string. So how do we play that? It's that pretty chord right there. That is a D flat major 9. But we're only playing 4 strings. We're playing it starting from the D string, starting from string 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. On the frets 6, 6, 6, 8. Then the next chord that we are going to play is an A flat major 7. So we went from a D flat major 9 to an A flat major 7. Then we're switching to a B flat minor 11 without the root. So it doesn't even really sound like a B flat minor 11. It could be considered an A flat sus chord because this is our A flat chord. A flat sus. But if you add the root in there, there it goes. That's a B flat minor. This note is the 11, and this note is the octave of our 7. But we're not playing it with the root. So yeah, we got a B flat minor 11 chord up to a C minor 11 chord. So if I were to play all 4 chords, first chord that you have is D flat major 9, A flat major 7, B flat minor 11 to a C minor 11. without the roots for the B flat and C chords. And it sounds like this. Here's level 2. 1, 2, ready, and yeah, this one's slightly more challenging than level 1. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. Yeah, I wish I knew you wanted me. Now, here's the reason why this one's challenging. Switching between that first chord to that second chord is the biggest challenge. Everything else is easy, but that D flat major 9 to A flat major 7. Just like how I said with level 1, practice switching very quickly. I recommend switching as quickly as you can for these chords. Now, if you're struggling to switch to that chord or even just putting that chord down, like I see a lot of my students try to play this chord by putting down one finger at a time, I recommend tapping the strings of that chord. And when you get those taps down, open up your hands a little bit wider. Then when you have that down, shake your hands off and try to find the chord as quickly as possible. If you can find the chord as quickly as possible after shaking it off, then you're good. Then I recommend just the switches back and forth. And because it's 4 notes, you can grade how you found it. Like that's 100%. I hit all 4 strings. 100%. 100%. If you mess up though, and you only hit 3 of the strings, like you play a wrong note, that's 75%. If you only get 2 of the strings, that's 50. If you only get 1 note, that's 25. So you know what you need to work on. And just keep working on it over and over again. That is level 2. Level 3 is putting it all together. So the first chord that we were talking about was a D flat major 9. That means you have to play D flat on the A string and then throw up gang signs in order to play this, because this is not an easy chord to play. That is 4, 6, 6, 8. RIP to your fingers. I'm sorry in advance, but if you're able to play this, you're on some pro status. You're like a real level guitarist, especially if you're able to get that next chord. It is the same chord as level 2, but now your thumb is catching A flat in the bass. So you're playing 5 strings with 5 fingers, 4 fingers and a thumb, however you look at it. That is already challenging within itself. Then we're playing the full B flat minor 11 chord. So I'm playing the 6th fret of E, D, G with these 3 fingers, middle finger on E, ring and pinky on D and G, and my index finger is barring the 4th fret of B and E. And I just drag that whole shape up 1, 2 frets to go to C minor 11. And that is the challenge, playing all of those frets. But I'm able to do it. Are you able to do it? Before we even get into that, let me know what capability you are at. Drop a comment down below about what level you are able to play this song on. But here goes level 3. 1, 2, ready, and... I wish I knew you wanted me. Wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. If you're capable of playing all of that, shout out to you, you're a pro. If not, level 1, level 2, it doesn't matter as long as you're playing your guitar. But I will catch you in the next video. Make sure you check out the playlist down below. I have a plethora of guitar learning content that is beneficial for you to learn anything on guitar that you want to learn, from technique to songs to jam tracks to all of that. So catch you in the next video. Peace.